can you share some of your tactics? What are the tricks that you have to be able to free up that slot of time to be able to exercise however you choose to do so?
Yeah, for sure. So I would say that different tactics will work in different seasons. So again, managing those expectations, knowing that when you have a newborn, you're probably not going to be exercising every day, and that's okay. And being okay with that and choosing to do what you can do. So finding ways in those stages, finding ways to add movement into your day. So whether that's parking further in the grocery store parking lot and walking, all the way across, whether it's taking the stairs, it's adding that movement in. It might be doing squats beside the lunch table while your toddler is stuffing their face. So starting with that and having this mindset of self-care and movement, taking that time to eat, taking that time to sleep, and starting there. And then when you're ready to have more of a routine, starting with less and building on that is always going to get you further and set you up for success rather than doing way too much, being overwhelmed and burnt out, and then just completely quitting. So what has worked for me in the past is honestly for a very, very long time, probably much of how long I have been active now, which is coming up on, 10 years. My son is 10, since we started this. I would say it's really been 3 times a week, making that a priority. So, and it has not always been, so it's not like, we need to work out every day. It's what can you give? What times work in your schedule? Look at that and then make it happen. So sometimes that'll be 20 minutes and that's all you can commit to. And if you pick those days, so you choose the days ahead of time so that you have made that commitment to yourself and you schedule it in like you would any other appointment. You know that on Monday after school drop off or whatever it may be, or after breakfast time, you're going to go and do your workout in your living room, which is my other tip is don't get a gym membership. Do it from home because it's one more, eliminate all the barriers. Don't change your clothes. Wear your pajamas. You don't need fancy workout gear. Use soup cans if you don't have dumbbells. It doesn't matter. Just get moving and eliminate any of the excuses that you have. So blocking time, like I said, has been huge. And telling your partner, if you have that support, what you need and asking for that time. And it comes really first from a place of understanding that you are worthy of that and that you need to prioritize that self-care like we talked about. But speaking from that place and being able to say, hey, I feel better when I move my body. I need to do this. And these are the times that I'm going to do it. Can you help me make this happen? And handing the baby over because they can look after the baby just as well as you can.
Or
and
in your
then,
case, 4 kids.
Yeah. Well, the older ones are pretty self-sufficient. And then and then go somewhere where you can't hear them if that's a distraction for you. Some people will prefer to work out with their kids, which is definitely something that has worked for me at one point. Now, if I'm being honest, it drives me a little crazy and I really like it for alone time. So you have to know yourself and and for some people it will be going to the gym that they like because it gives them the break. And that has also worked for me. So it really just depends. What is it that you need? Do you need someone to check in on you? Do you need a buddy? Do you want the quiet time? Do you want will the community help? Whatever that is that you need, it doesn't have to be torture. It doesn't have to be terrible. But if you set it in your schedule, like everything else, and you make yourself, put yourself on your own calendar is something I say a lot. You're putting your kids on there, you're putting, your partner on there. So show up on your own calendar and just start really, really small, smaller than you think.